football trophies are sacred. From spittoons to axes, symbols of animosity and history between two programs. And today, one of the more obscure trophies at stake for the hotly contested Buck. The Old Horseshoe, Ohio Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. It's the Illinois Fighting Illini and the Ohio State Buckeyes. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, checking in with Coach Bielema before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Buckeyes will kick off first, and here we go. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So the Illinois Fighting Illini offense will have the ball first. Redemption might be on their mind as they took a whipping the last time these two squared off.
They sure did, Reese, and their best players made a lot of mistakes the last time out, especially on offense. David, it's really important in this one. The stars have to play like stars. They got to stat it up, and they got to start fast.
And they got to remember what happened. They got to remember the celebration, the on-field antics, the social media, all of it that came with it. The embarrassment of last time. So, yes, your big players, they got to play big, especially in these rivalry games.
Solid run, picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Hang on, Swoopy, the Buckeye crowd alive on third down. Jones to throw. Under pressure, and he gets rid of it.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you could regroup, because this environment is hostile.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. So Ohio State's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Sayin from the gun on third down. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. A really good return after the interception puts them in business at the 29.
You know, after watching that interception, I just wonder if this kid's too amped up tonight. He was so excited to take the field. He thought this was going to be a game that he could stat it up, but he's going to have to do a better job tonight with his decision-making. That is not how you want to start a game.
Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Keep it on the ground. Tough sliding there as he picks up 1 to the 29.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Throwing right. A strike downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Illini!
That's That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. The defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
On the move, it's Jackson. He's brought down at the 29 after a 10-yard gain. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He'll be stopped after picking up 5, and boy, did he lower those pads and keep those feet moving. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But, yeah, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises, and I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Say it. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit them with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Motion from the wideout. Moves the pocket. It's Sayin. Out wide right, it's Rodgers. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The clock will stop as they check on an injured member of the Illini. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. Here's Sayin to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Caught by Smith. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. The Buckeyes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Runs first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. Over the middle, it's Smith. He'll be pulled down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line as they play a little pitch, catch, and run. And the Buckeyes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. From the red zone, it's Jackson. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. That's the end of the quarter, and Illinois has the lead here. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the 2nd. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone.
Here we go. Go, go.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. They've pushed it forward down to the 5, but now looking at 3rd and goal. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. Touchdown, Buckeyes! Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And the extra point is good. And he takes this from inside the 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Wide receiver going in motion. Quick give. It's Huff. Stop right there.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long. He's got the tight end. And he uses that stiff arm like a discard, and they get it to the 18-yard line. After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. Looks as if it's the junior linebacker who's still down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on 3rd down. Jones wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they kick-started this drive with that one.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The run inside. It's Huff. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. This rivalry more than a century old, with the Buckeyes dominating most of the time, guys.
And just think about that. All this time, these Ohio State and Illinois fans have been talking about and looking forward to this rivalry. To your point, absolutely. Ohio State, more often than not, has been on the winning side of it. And Illinois now, David, they're going to be trying to create a little new trend here.
Yeah, try to get some mojo. Try to get some momentum on their side. Try to change this rivalry. Listen, it starts one at a time, right? Like the old coaches speak, we got to throw out those records from 100 years ago. They don't matter. Let's dominate today.
3rd and long right here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes the grab. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Well, I know there's a lot of people out there thinking, hey, it's 3rd down, you got to throw to the sticks here, but I like the call getting the drag. You get the catch, he advances it a little bit, doesn't quite pick it up, but now you've set up 4th and short. And you've got to think on offense, you've got to play somewhere that can go pick up this first down.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Got it in the middle, it's Roberts. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here.
Knocked down at the 31 after a gain of 5. As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
On the run, it's Rodgers. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Seriously, this just can't happen. A delay of game penalty, and it is 2nd and long. Throwing, say it. Rush right in his face. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Fires to the middle. Hauls it in. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And that's a big throw. That's a big-time throw on 3rd and really long, making a play, not putting the ball in harm's way. But I love what the defense did, man. They understood where the sticks were, and they weren't letting their playmaker get behind there. They were going to come up, make a sure tackle, and force the 4th down. And now you can make the decision on what you want it to be, but I like the execution by the defense.
Hits inside, it's Huff. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. The trophy that the Buckeyes and Illini play for, the Illibuck, guys, is a giant wooden turret.
Imagine that, man. You're having to put your trophies in a water tank and feed it. It's probably the only trophy that ever had that ability. It's incredible. It was nurtured. Maybe a little bit different story now, Daniel. That is pretty cool history.
Yeah, and I guess you really only need one turtle every 100 years, so the trophy's not expensive. I guess you just got to take care of it, and every year you pass a live living animal. That's why they changed it.
Jones to throw. Pick off! What a play by this defense. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Running inside, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Second and long here. Say it. Fires to the middle. Got there right as the ball did. Jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. Saying from the gun on third down. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. Now the Illini calling a timeout there first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Trying to get started. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. Jones wants to throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Ohio State calls it second timeout. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a fourth down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Making his first move. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the Oak. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize.
Makes the grab in their space. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
The Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. Say it. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Slots it away.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
From the gun on third down, say it. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be fourth down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. They pick the spot. It's going to be about a 37-yard attempt. Splits the uprights right down the middle. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Holly Rowe has an update.
Hey guys, here on the Illinois sideline, I can see a lot of conversations happening between the offensive line and the running back. They just haven't been able to get the ground game going. They're talking about he has got to be more patient, and they have got to give more of a push up front. The crowd is making it hard, though. I can tell you it is hard to hear as they try to struggle and communicate. We'll see if they're able to come together against this very hostile crowd. Back to you.
All right, Holly.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Almost a D-lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be third down. They've got him then deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. Straight ahead, it's Huff. They make the stop. It'll be fourth down. The defense does have a timeout to use if they want to try to put up points before the half. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Secures it at the 30. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Here's Sayin to throw. On the move. And the defense wraps up the first half by taking it to the quarterback and getting the sack. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Now back over to your game in Columbus. Back and forth we've gone so far, and these numbers, it's funny, third down conversions don't always tell the story. Maybe staying out of those situations in the second half is the safest pathway to victory. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between Ohio State and Illinois plays out.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Third quarter will get underway as soon as Illinois kicks it off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. As we start the second half, Holly, what adjustments do these teams want to make?
I caught up with Ohio State's head coach coming out of the locker room. He wants an even greater sense of urgency from his team. It's the Big Ten Conference season opener, and even though they had a good first half, more urgency, more execution here to start the third quarter is the team's focus coming out of the locker room.
Holly, thank you.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Run ends there.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
lined up in the gun on third down. Say it. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down.
That is the exact energy they talked about at halftime, like coming out with right now for this defense. You're trailing, but it's a close game. It's a one-possession game. Come out and set the tone. That's exactly what they did, forcing the punt on the first drive.
Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Illinois offense returns to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Jones to throw. He's got it. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Slants against man. That wide receiver has to win right now at the line of scrimmage against that DB playing man coverage. Quarterback, timing with the wide receiver, put it on the money. Wide receiver's probably still going to get hit too and got to hold on to that thing.
Snags it. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. The Fighting Illini with options here on second and short. Leaves it with the back. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Well, the flag brings up a short 1st and 5. Offense can really get aggressive if it chooses. The ride. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And that's what this offense needs, man. They need to do this, but they need to put several together. Back-to-back punts on their last 2 possessions. A lot of times that can wear your defense out, right? Playing so many snaps. This offense just keep being focused, executing on third down, putting some drives together. Next thing you know, you'll look up and you'll have points on the scoreboard.
Knocked down immediately.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
After getting stopped on that second down, don't be surprised if the offense hands it off to him again here at the goal line on third.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Got out of trouble and throws. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Dead center perfect. And we are dead even after the field goal here in the 3rd.
Hey, listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Well, after they struggled running the ball in the first half, you just wonder if this coaching staff made some adjustments at halftime and just said, look, we've got to get more physical and we've got to own the line of scrimmage. After that successful run, they got to keep doing this here in the second half.
immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Here's Julian saying to throw. Between the hashes, it's Rodgers. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. And the Buckeyes have their offense in high gear. They'll go to the counter play. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, and right now he's doing some damage on this defense.
Tie ball game as we play in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing, say it. They're all over him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
It's a nice job by the receiver working past the sticks. Looked like it was going to be a first down by the offense, but how about the physical play knocking that ball loose?
The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Illinois will get things going as the offense comes out onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Jones wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. I think that receiver really had two choices there. Catch the ball, or he was going to wear it in his chest.
Yeah, he's going to be maybe taking an ice bath after too many of these crow routes. He catches them in the body like that. This quarterback has a cannon arm. The receiver found the soft spot in the zone, and, man, the quarterback gave him no choice.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Holds on, it's Dixon. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Huff. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Burrowing for yardage. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into fourth down. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. This will be the 5th kick of the night. And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. So here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Left side is Roberts. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Push is ahead. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Say it. Smith's got it. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll run the counter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain. As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Sayin from the gun on 3rd down. Finds his target. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it was a great job by the offense. Hey, you see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion. Move the sticks.
They'll try it over the left side. Oh, he's got some space. Pushed out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A big pickup on that run. And the Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. To the ground. He's got it again. Got the first down. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And the thing you got to watch out for with this running back is he's pretty streaky. When he breaks off a big one, more big runs normally follow soon after, and you're seeing it now on the last 2 plays. Big-time plays back-to-back, and you know right now he's calling for the ball again.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys, those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. The defense was looking for a huge play in this tie game, and they have just given their team a great opportunity.
I think, Reese, at this point of the game, tied late, it's going to come down to who can make the most plays. The defense comes up with a massive play, creating that turnover. Outstanding job by the D, all 11 guys being on the same.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Caught in the backfield, it's Dixon. And they're going to lose yardage there. The defense completely owning the front.
And getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
Hang on, Sloopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Big hit knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's decision time now if you're the head coach. Do you stay aggressive? Do you trust your offense to go get this first down, try and eat clock and win the game late? Or do you trust your defense to get it back to you quickly for one more opportunity?
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The offense will have a chance to get the go-ahead score here in the fourth. Grabbed behind the line, it's Rodgers. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
At the 35, he's open. There he goes. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They move on top here in the fourth.
Man, how about this offense in crunch time, doing what they do, getting 6 on the board. Now I turn to my defense right now and said, boys, we need one more stop. Go out there, get me one more.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And they finished the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This is everything you could hope for in a rivalry game like this. Close game, waning moments, history waiting to be made, guys.
And it's moments like this why you come and play for these two schools, right? To play in a game like this, in a rivalry like this, in a situation, David, game on the line late, who's going to take it?
And you know when you make this play, you're immortalized. With this kind of rivalry, these are the highlights they'll be showing for years. Everybody will be like, I remember when so-and-so made that play against our biggest rival to seal the deal.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Jones to throw. Rush is on. He's got an open man. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Illini generating momentum through the air. Let's see if they go back to it. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. He's going to take a shot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but the thing...
He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. And here we go, down the score. They'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. And he will go down. Couldn't get rid of it in time, and the defense gets a sack on 4th down.
And, man, a lot of times it's hard to outrun that blitz, and they bring pressure. They push him outside of the pocket. Nice job covering downfield. Nobody open. He can't find a place to go with the football.
He's loose on the left. The tag. Waltzes into the end zone, but he might be dancing the other way. There's a flag on the field. Man, at this stage of the game, does that hurt to have 6 points taken off the board? Now they've got to regroup and try to get it in again. The Buckeyes enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. From the gun, it's Rodgers. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Illinois uses its second timeout. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Offensive players, when they got the ball in their hand, they're trying to make plays, right? Trying to make you miss. There's nothing better than closing that gap and sticking that head right in that guy's chest and causing a fumble.
We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They'll try to move the chains on this 3rd and long from the 50. Motion from the wideout. 3rd down, and they'll try the jet sweep. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go. The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Makes a nice grab at the 25. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. So the Fighting Illini offense comes out ready to go to work. Okay, one possession game. Got some time to work with, but you have to make up some ground quickly, David.
Got to be smart. Can't throw in front of the sticks. Can't get tackled in front of the sticks. Make sure we're taking some shots down the field, chewing up some yards. Jesse, the defense will be vulnerable here.
Yeah, and I think because of that, David, offensively, you got to have a plan. You got to know where your best matchup is out on the perimeter and who can make the big catches here in small windows.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Jones wants to throw it. Look out! And down he goes. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Got to find a completion on this one. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Hardly unusual. It is a trophy that many aren't even aware exists, but Ohio State will once again take home the 2nd oldest trophy in the Big Ten, the Yellow Belt. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis, saying goodbye, everybody.